Last String
Okay, looks
Castle
like
into
we are
Darkness.
up. We are up.
Finally.
Oh, hold on. Let's edit this real quick. Can I change this? Let's change its title here. As the last time I actually did it this way was,
Castle in Darkness.
yeah, it was like for that game. Oh, what the heck am I doing? No, it's the wrong buttons. Stop it. Go back to, yeah, there we go. All kinds of things here. Let's try this. Use it. That, and there we go. And let's fix this here. Niece, how you doing, by the way? Hello? Nice to come say hi and bye. Appreciate that. So, no. Let's edit this real quick. Backspace. There we go. And easy. Calm down. Calm down. All right. Get this. Yeah, I got apparently I got an email from Twitch about the whole music DMCA thing. They've apparently come to some kind of agreement where they basically caps lock it. Uh, they're allowing the music people to actually like allow them to give like warnings as opposed to just go right to DMCA and like strikes and bans and all that. Cody, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm like, you're there's no reply. I'm like, Cody, you there?
Oh, we on?
Here we go. Okay. Then let's do let's try that as opposed to save. There we go. Okay, so here we go. That should be the right information now. So that's everything's all correct. Oh, you have in creative mode.
Yeah, I made it so you could get to me a lot easier.
Okay, so hold on. If that's the case, why don't we? There we go. Nope, it's that. Okay, so let me see. Should be able to. I should have to do it this way. Oh, it could be annoying. Easier.
Just so you know, once you get to the village, I'm turning the survival mode back on. I just made it easier to get some maids, so otherwise we don't have to lose any more time.
Uh, I don't know. Okay, it's gonna be so annoying. I'm just gonna go. What numbers you say?
Still in the rough area. I just counted down a few levels. 937, 72, 105. It's the village. I'm still in the village. I
Hold
just
on.
came down a couple of
You said
blocks.
937,
72,
72,
105.
105. Got it. Okay, so let's go there. Oh, it's gonna be a while. Hold on. As we travel in here, as we kind of go forward, move forward, get all this stuff going. Okay, it looks smoother on the live stream, I think. So good. But 937. Oh, come on. Let me get to 937 and get to like the 105. Just kind of, nope, this way. This way.
Okay. So you got the numbers wrote down to where I can move?
Why does a boomerang come back but not my dad? That's incredibly sad. Why would he come back? Terrible of your
What?
dad. And that
Oh,
comment is so like why would okay, hold on. Oh, I'm at the village now. Okay, we're good. So
did you see are you sure?
yep, I think so.
Are you positive about that?
I mean, it's a village. Like
Do you see a
972.
giant, do you see a giant tower of dirt on a hill?
Yeah, I do. I do see a giant tower of dirt.
Oh, you better get land right in front of me. All right, I see you. Turn around.
And one snazzy, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Is another gate
You
right
better get
here?
on the ground before I turn survival mode back on.
Survival mode. Oh, geez, you turn survival mode back on.
I will turn it right on in a minute. I will turn it on. You better hit the ground.
Oh god, this would be
I'm
terrible.
I'm
I
in settings
see
right
you.
now.
I see you. I'm right here. And why you got a
And
big
survival
old
mode.
why you got a big old orange nose? Are you a chicken? Are you a chicken?
I carried you through many Final Fantasy adventures, and you call me a chicken.
Oh, sorry, you're a chocobo. My bad. My bad. You not seen him in 4 years. Went to work,
The
never came back. Where'd he go to work? Nezzy, I'm sorry to say you probably might never see him again. Unfortunately, that's terrible. That's awful that he would not come back unless something happened to him. Maybe something did happen to him. Who knows? I can't really say, but I hope you see your dad once again. I hope you do. Hope your dad's okay. Hello, piggies. Okay. So, do we have anything planned? I'm just curious. Just kind of, throwing it out there.
right over here. It's not the prettiest. It's
Oh, I
not
see
gonna
it.
really.
It's all this right
It,
here that I passed. Okay.
this is the house. This is just a starter house. That is mine. You touch it, you die. That's gonna be my greenhouse. This is just gonna be like a starter base to you just like put like a roof on it to where I can turn like normal mobs on and stuff.
Okay.
And just like where we can have better storage, I don't have to keep dealing with the villagers. And this is gonna be my greenhouse.
I see that's your brick
I
house.
just need a way to paint bricks green. Like you know, I always had trouble with everything getting into the gardens and stuff. I'm gonna fix that. This is also one of the things that's been that came to my mind was just like a massive like garden thing. Although I need your opinion on one thing.
What's that?
It's down here, right where I'm at. It's down here by this corner.
Oops. I haven't paid attention.
That's because you didn't walk all the way down to the corner where I'm at. I am gonna make a farm as
I'm
well.
just looking around at stuff. We got horses. And some piggies there too. Making a farm?
I ain't got a farm yet.
Okay.
I gotta get the house going to where I can start moving stuff in, to where I can start cutting down some stuff to where I can do that, and then I'm gonna finish my greenhouse, and then I'm gonna start a farm.
Do we have any supplies anywhere? Any stuff?
Yeah, they're right next to the villagers.
That's oh, I see some chests here.
Yeah.
You went to where it works. Can I add you to make me feel better? Add me? I mean, you can add me on what is the question? What do you want to add me on?
Oh, these are just whenever I have lots of like stacked up materials, I can break them down right here.
You can follow
That's
me on any of
this
my
chest.
socials by all means. I'll follow you back too.
Come over here. I just want your opinion on something. It's on the corner of my greenhouse.
What's the opinion?
You'll have to look at it and see it. Oh yeah, it's gonna be massive because like I'm gonna have it to where like it's gonna be like full of like wheat and like and beetroots. I'm gonna have like watermelons. This corner right here, that curve, should I turn this to a brick or leave it as a window?
On PS4, yeah, just Retro Games Rule if you want to add me on PS4. That's fine.
Right here. Do you think I should take this and make this like a brick, or should I just leave it the way it is?
I mean, the corner piece I probably would make brick because it's I know it's almost. I mean,
Alright, so make like those up.
it kind of works to see in there, but I mean, I think you just make it brick, honestly.
Okay.
It makes it look a little goofy for some reason.
Okay. Cause see, like I looked at it and I thought, I think I'll talk to I think I'll let you give me like an opinion, cause like you usually do all the architect stuff anyway, so I figured I'll get your opinion.
Hey, Cody, verify for me my my PS4 tag or my PS4 name. It's like Retro Games Rules. It no spaces or is it spaced? I forget. I think it's no spaces.
No space.
No spaces. Okay. The Retro Games Rule, no spaces with the Z in the Retro Games. Yeah, feel free to add me on PlayStation if you want. You can add me. You know, Minecraft use? Or Minecraft use? I use Minecraft. I play Minecraft. I play it both on PC and on PS4.
Oh, listen to this from Big Fred. This just came out. Steam servers are down.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I guess I'll just play on. Ugh,
Yeah, Steam servers are down, which is crazy. Cause like,
I wonder if that had a reason why we had so much trouble earlier.
Not with Minecraft, no, but it definitely. Cause I went to go buy something on Steam.
Is on Steam.
But like I went to go buy something on Steam, and look around here real quick. Oh god, that's a drop. Okay, I might need stairs. Okay, make it a little easier. So I'll type it in chat so I can do. Hold on. Yeah, that's the. Just search for that in the in the PlayStation. You just look for people to add friends. Just add me as a friend if you want. If you'll want to, or follow me on the socials if you want. You can follow me on PS4. So, yeah, Steam. I don't know. I went to go buy something on Steam, and it was like it was not even there. I was like, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would not let me buy anything, and then I went to like log out and log back in. And it's like, nope, you can't buy anything. Hey, I received a friend request. Yay, sent it. Awesome. Awesome. Anyway.
Oh, by the way, you don't need to worry about nighttime either. I also got the always day cheat going as well.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So we need.
Yeah, I figured you had already asked me that. What is night?
Do we have materials or?
Yeah, they're right next to the villagers. There's only one chest you need to. There's only one chest you really need to stay out of, and it's my personal gear chest.
Okay, I'll make sure it's not. I don't go in your personal gear chest and take anything from you because that would be terrible. That'd be terrible.
Yeah, because I got a lot of stuff in there. Actually, there's two chests. There's actually one that's got like a bunch of like houses and bricks and stuff into it. Those are for whenever I'm breaking down materials.
Gotcha.
Because I got to have my silk touch. This one.
Got a fountain.
My chest.
Your chest right there.
This one here has a bunch of glass and stuff like that for
that's material. Well, I can grab the brick and I can start building that one building up so we can get a roof on it at least.
Oh, so you want it? I figured. Actually, I got here right here. That's the iron. I got a ton of copper. Right here. If you want to make like a brick copper roof again, you just gotta smelt it down. I'm gonna go and try to find some more
Nice.
stuff. So now let me get you let me get you up to date. So Sony just had their big gaming showcase just recently.
Did they?
God
Not
of War
been.
Ragnarok made an appearance.
I know everyone's like people are like up in arms about how Thor looks. They're like Thor's
Yeah,
fat.
it looks
I'm
weird, but
like,
the way Thor looks is really weird. But
it's
that's not the point.
okay.
Ragnarok
Yeah, Ragnarok.
finally made an appearance.
I mean, it's been talked about.
Now, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. When they showed everything that's going to be in the game, and then when I saw the 2023 release date, my jaw was on the floor. And this is what I have to say. Santa Monica, please, for the love of all, do not use this old tech. There's no way a PS4 is old tech can run God of War Ragnarok.
Whoops.
There's not a way in the world for that to happen. It literally will melt a PS4.
I mean,
That has to be a PS5 exclusive only.
it'll basically cause the fan to really be loud. Honestly.
It will melt it. That is a fact. But the best part about it is that what's Kratos' son and his son's name again? Atreus. What is it again? I forget.
Well, if you, I don't know if I should say it.
I
Get
know it. I
spoiler,
know
but
his name. I know his name. I know at the end of the game it refers. Kratos tells him his name is Loki. His mother named him Loki. I know that, but I'm talking about the name that we've always known it to before the Loki name.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, I
I
actually
can't
have the
remember.
game.
I'll have to watch a video on it.
I've yet to play it. Like, I've seen the game, and I've seen clips of it, bits of it played.
I have too.
And I've seen the ending.
Yeah, I have too, when he finally became free. But see, here's the thing that interests me the most about this story
Yeah,
is because as Ragnarok is actually approaching, Atreus wants to join the fight. Who joined the world? Is that your niece?
Nope, that's not our niece. That's the person who just joined the stream. But they shouldn't be able to join it.
Yeah.
Did you set the world so people can join it, or
I shouldn't be able to join the world. Hang on. I gotta go. Wait here.
Yeah,
wait a second here. Why don't you ask the person who joined your stream how in the world they got into my private world?
you have it set to where someone can join it, is my guess. I'm guessing it's because I'm playing it, they're able to join it. That's what I'm guessing here. Hold on. But I haven't even accepted the friend request yet, so.
I know. And now I'm trying to figure out how that happened.
And we're gonna boot you out just for the fact of really you should ask before just joining.
Player permission when joining from invite. Visitors can freely explore your world, but cannot interact with blocks, items, or trust players all. What? Okay, I have no idea. Yeah, this is... So, back to the story of Ragnarok. So apparently Ragnarok is actually a faster approach than what everyone anticipated.
Okay, you have it set for even friends of friends to be able to join also. And so
okay.
Can you change the settings? You should be able to change the settings.
I had to physically leave I had to physically leave and go into the main. I have to physically leave the session and do it at the main screen. It will not let me do it here.
Okay.
So we'll let it slide for now.
I mean, what is it said to? They can actually explore but not do anything.
That's what it said. It said it's set on visitor, but you were able to interact with stuff.
Well,
I don't know.
because you invited me though.
Oh.
So.
Well, didn't you also invite your niece into our last world and she was able to interact with stuff, or did she interact with her own stuff?
She was able to interact with stuff, but that's also because I was able to invite her too. So I invite
Okay.
because it was invite. But you also have that like friends of friends can be invited as well.
Well, I didn't know that was a thing, and I wasn't expecting this to be a thing.
Yeah, it's one thing you have to be careful of. Okay, well,
Yeah, I know.
let it slide for now, but just make sure
Yeah.
once Snazzy you actually
We'll work. Yeah,
ask
we'll work on it next week.
before doing it. So
Yeah, that'll be a mandate, big time. I don't trust people. So
I mean,
now,
I
this is
can't.
actually now, the story about Ragnarok confuses me in a way with the new God of War, simply due to the fact that okay, so like Artorias wants to join the. Okay, so refresh my memory. Okay, in the Norse mythology, Ragnarok, was it a war, or was it like a war to end the world, or was it a end of the world? I can't remember exactly.
Ragnarok's basically end of the world.
Okay, so in the new God of War, they want so in this one coming up, it's apparently going to be like a war that ends the world of it, and Artorias wants to fight in it, but Kratos will have no part of it, and
All right.
and Artorias asked him like, why do you stop? When will you stop thinking like a father figure and start thinking like a general? And he tells him that he is not going to fight another war because he's fought one too many, and he does not want to repeat who he once was. So but the here are some highlights that's coming out of this. God of War 2018 was actually done in like one fluid shot of emotion. So the head director of it, or the head leader of whatever you call him, in an interview, they asked him, was someone I think it was such like a Q&A with like fans, and someone asked, will it be one shot or will it be broken up? And he said it will be one shot. And he said also we're wrapping up the Norse mythology in this game. He said expect a long game. And you remember how long, right? You remember how long the original game was, right? Like over like
I've not played it. I don't know how long it is.
I think it was somewhere over like 20 hours or something like that. And that was like that was if I remember right, I think it was over like 40 plus hours. That was for open world, doing all the side quests, collecting. If I remember right, every dragon soul, collecting every power up. It's like you were literally going to do 120% of the game. You spent a little over 60 plus hours into it.
That's a lot.
It was huge. It was huge. Um, Simply due to the fact that Kratos was also the fact like as a way to introduce the Norse mythology, also explaining how the Norse mythology and the Greek mythology are going to combine, and how Kratos is supposed to survive and try to be a father and to let go of who he once was.
To be fair, Kratos essentially killed himself and yet still somehow came back to be in this game. So
actually, that was actually broken down, and the thing about it is that is actually due to the fact is actually due to the fact that where he still had the powers from what was his name again? I forgot. Was it Ares?
Oh.
In the Greek mythology, who is the original god of war?
Ares.
Okay, so he still technically had his powers. So when he stabbed himself, he still had his powers. Therefore, he did not need to. Therefore, the blade of Olympus would not kill him. But he did it to release the energy. That way, the person that wanted the power couldn't have it to destroy the world. Because pretty much Kratos already did that, as he killed every single one of the Olympians. Like when he killed Poseidon, every ocean in the world all started rising up and flooding everywhere. When he killed Hades, the undead basically ravaged the land. I can't remember what happened when Hercules died. I can't remember which one it was that flew. No, his death didn't impact the world.
Where is it? That was the button. I forgot how I did this. No.
Also, my favorite character and from the 2018 game is coming back, and I cannot wait.
That was a button. Okay.
So in the original, so in 2018 God of War, there's this guy, and pretty much this was like I'm pretty sure this was a running joke from God of War 3. Whenever the god who flew too close to the sun lost his waxed wings, and then you rip his head off and use it as like a lantern, and you use his head as a lantern for the rest of the game. In 2018, there's one person that's like he basically looks at you and he says, "Oi, that axe you got that? It's pretty special, right?" He said, "Do me a favor, would you, lad? And cut my head off." So Kratos and his son look at each other, and Kratos does what the guy's request. He cuts his head off.
Yeah,
and next thing you know, the boy's like, "Huh?"
The guy who's like tied to the tree, basically.
And next thing you know, and Kratos looks and he says, "I have no idea." And the next thing you know, the head goes, "Oh, you mind picking me up down here? I can't." He said, "I hate taste on the ground." And then they look. Next thing you know, the head's still alive, and Kratos just basically goes, "Not again." And then Kratos, instead of calling him his name, he just looks at his head.
Boop.
He just calls him a head.
Boop.
And to beat it out, he's Irish, which makes it even funnier.
I just need the wall. And let's put that there. So Endo can actually interact with the world right now because he's set. Is the way you have the world set. So it's up to you. You can make choices.
You're the one that he's in your stream, so you tell him.
No, man, you can actually like take people out of the world or change their permissions basically. You gotta go to options and you go over to their name.
Oh.
So that's up to you.
Remind me after this to look into making us all private.
You gotta change it in the options is all. Change it in the world options.
I mean, I know that, which I just got done doing.
Yeah, just make sure you do it.
But you're going to be right there to make sure I do it. Um, so apparently, in Ragnarok, Odin doesn't like Kratos, and apparently he's going to have. And this is actually a direct quote from the game itself. Odin will have will have even more devious tricks up his sleeve than we could actually hope to ever imagine. And ironically enough,
There we
when
go.
they actually say that line in the trailer, the camera actually kind of pans out to like a Zeus-looking statue, which makes me wonder who's going to be in this game. Where is this story going to go? And
I don't
how
know.
does it end? I really want to know.
Well, it's gonna have the rest of the Norse gods in it. We know that.
Yeah, because it caps it off. This finishes it all up.
The fact that it has Ragnarok, it means gods are gonna die. There's gonna be some dead gods in there.
It's Kratos. Of course, there's going to be. Also, Thor actually appeared in the 2018 game. Did you know that?
Did he?
So basically, there's actually like a little like so there's basically like a fan. There was like for the longest time there was actually a video on YouTube. It was called Kratos versus Thor, and like it showed just like it showed Kratos and Atreus in their hut, and next thing you know, Kratos wakes up one night in the sleep, and he goes, "Father, what's going on?" He said, "Boy, grab your boat and get behind me." Next thing you know, they open the door up, and next thing you know, there's a hooded figure there. And Kratos asked him, "Who are you? What do you want?" Next thing you know, the flap flies back, and you see like a little hammer grow lightning around it. And next thing you know, it pops something up, and people said that this is the fight we want. Which someone literally watched through the whole credits of the game, and that same scene actually appeared in the game as a bonus scene. So someone made a fan trailer up as to what actually being a real thing in the game. Nobody was just gonna sit through like an hour, 2+ hours of credits for. And you had to physically sit there and watch every single credit in order to watch that little trailer. You couldn't just skip it. So yeah. Plus, Thor's also out for revenge because in 2018 you killed 2 of his sons. Yeah, it don't make sense to me how Thor has a son and they are like the stupidest, drunkest gods I've ever seen. If you ever want to look it up, look up Kratos kills. I think his name is Moby,
Moby.
and it's the stupidest. They are the
Sounds dumb.
stupidest people. I am not kidding when I say these guys had been like literally like when Kratos gets his hand on when he gets his hands on him, he literally almost rips his head straight off in one slap. I am not kidding. When I watched, I was like, "What am I watching?" I can't remember if it's like early on or if it's like almost like an in-game interaction. No, because in-game you have to deal with both. You have to deal with Boulder. I can't remember say his
Boulder.
name. Yeah,
it's like the
you
game.
deal with him.
It's like,
You deal with him like 3 times in a game.
yeah, it's like the game.
But the third time, it's really weird to like. He wants you to kill him, and yet Kratos refuses to kill him, which ultimately ends up destroying him the worst. I was just thinking, like, he can't feel pain, yet,
Boom.
and he regrow limbs. I could have finished that fight off just like, let me cut his head off. Just that's all I want. Let me cut that head off.
Go. Trying to get this roof in place. We had a fairly big structure too, so it's going to take a little bit to get a roof in here. Do we have torches?
I mean, just as long as I get the stuff. Again, you don't need to worry about mobs till I put it on easy or normal on peaceful. There's not a single mob that appears.
Not a single mob.
Yeah.
Roof, roof time. You know, I know you definitely have coals. I saw that. So you've got enough wood to get sticks. So worst case, I can always make torches.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, we got plenty of wood.
Nancy, I mean, if you want, you can look around the world while you play this. But right now, this game is for me and Cody. So, I mean, I appreciate you wanting to play, but this is
Yeah, this is more of a private thing.
this stream is more of a private. Unfortunately, Cody didn't set it that way, but this is a private game between me and Cody that we stream. So I'm sorry, maybe some other time, but not this time. Not this time. I mean, you're more than welcome to look around the world and see what's here and see what we're building and all that and explore that way. Here we go.
So, Insomnia also teased us at
Putting music on.
PlayStation Spider-Man 2.
So that's kind of funny because you would think that the Miles Morales game would have been Spider-Man 2 because like it's the sequel.
No,
it's like-
Miles was his own story.
Yeah, from what I hear, it was a fairly short game too.
Oh yeah, it was.
Like,
I beat it in 3 days.
Long
I
at all?
got it on the GameStop Labor Day sale. I got it on Friday, and Sunday night I beat it. But it is so
pretty quick.
good. But it was it wasn't really because I beat it. It was just really because the story kept dragging me into it, and I was like, I have to see the story through to the end. It was really the story that really caught my attention to it. It's what made me want to beat it so fast. But yeah, it's like so good of how good it is. And also like how emotional it is as well.
A lot of stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually ended up crying a bit.
This is right. Regular oak should be fine.
But yeah, so Spider-Man 2 actually will, in a way, actually test our new Spider-Man, no, Tom Holland, and will also test
sticks.
We'll also test Miles as well.
Go away.
Because they're gonna add. Let's see, because Spider-Man, our Peter Parker has been doing this for, if I remember correctly, I think it was 8 years. So as being Spider-Man. He had his power. This one he has had. I can't remember. It was like 8 years or something like that. He's had his powers for a while now, which is what's made what set that game apart. That and Insomnia had a hold of it. So because they are actually teased at like a new set of threats, and at the very end of the trailer, the best part happened.
What happened?
Is at the end of the trailer it said, "We are hungry," and then Venom showed up, and it's like, oh. And I will admit, I literally screamed like a little kid on Christmas Day. I was so excited to see Venom. Because we have not had a decent Venom probably since the 80s cartoons of Spider-Man.
I mean, the movie was actually pretty decent.
I have not watched the movie.
You need to watch the movie. It's
actually, is it worth it?
It is.
Because I've heard nothing but bad reviews.
Oh, don't listen to reviews. Nancy, I'm sorry you feel that way, but
so is it worth the movie?
It is very much a private game between me and Cody here, so Like I said, you're more than welcome to watch. You're more than welcome to explore the world, but unfortunately, and I'm more than happy to play with you sometime. Absolutely, if you want to play or actually stream and have you come in the game and play. But it was kind of rude of you to just join without asking. In this game again, it's just me and Cody playing, talking about stuff. So sorry you feel that way, but yeah, no, not this time. They're saying I was being mean. I'm like look, it's etiquette. You don't join a game without asking first. Anyway, you're saying?
Oh well.
Continue. It happens.
Yeah, well, the thing happens. It's just you gotta be. I mean, I'm such a surprised you and Ethan joined us.
They popped in and say hi. They're probably busy tonight, is my guess.
Yeah, yeah. So we're basically gonna get a good Venom, in my opinion, because I mean, like I've watched like clips of the movie. Like I watched like the mass.
Perfect.
I've watched the mass scene from the movie, which made me laugh pretty hard.
I say you might want to get out and watching that because they're gonna have the second one coming out in.
Oh, Let There Be Carnage. Now there's actually a scene in that movie that made me laugh when they're actually in a church, and Venom goes, "Oh, that's a red one." The next thing you know, he's like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "That's a red one. I'm not coming out." That scene made me laugh so hard. I'm sitting here thinking, you are the most powerful form of the symbiotes, and you're scared of Carnage. And then it made me dawn. I was like, wait, who's Carnage? And then when I realized who Carnage was, I was like, oh,
yeah, like
that's I'm like, oh, they want to back Carnage.
Realize like what Carnage it would be talking about. I mean, that's kind of
it dawned on me that they. Well, see, the thing is, Venom has always been wrote off as the most powerful form of the symbiotes. That not even Carnage himself should be able to handle him. But then people were like, we want a symbiote challenge, so they had to make it to where Venom and Spider-Man team up to fight Carnage. Even then, that's not enough. And then I'm like, what am I? And so, because I've always seen Venom as like, he was always supposed to be the most powerful, the one that actually keeps the other symbiotes in check.
Go over this way real quick. I do this. I'm going to change some settings. Yep. Setting. You can keep talking, Cody. I'm just messing with some stuff here.
So. I had to yawn for a second. So, I mean, like, the next movie has me just curious to, like, where they're taking the Venom storyline.
Venom is going to be interesting.
Yeah, and the fact that they're in breaking... Now, this next one's going to make you go, oof. But you gotta remember now, Insomnia's behind this. Wolverine gets his own game.
I mean,
I already heard the oof in you, but hear me out. Insomnia's behind this one, and their track record holds up that they're going to do something good. They didn't really give us much to work with to actually like speculate as to like what's going to be the game of what it's going to be about. I will admit that because like only thing they gave us is that you see a country bar that's like it's been through a brawl, and next thing you know, it cuts to Wolverine at the bar having a drink. And then you see a guy who just slowly gets up, and then he pulls out a pocket knife as the guy gets almost right behind. Next thing you know, cuts to his hand, and then and then his claws come right out, and then it just cuts the screen and it says Wolverine. So I have no idea what Insomnia wants to do. They have not came out and
see.
talked about it.
I don't
Although
know.
there's one thing that has come out about it, and it said who should voice Wolverine, and everyone immediately, not a joke, I'm not making this up. Immediately, everyone took that tweet and said Hugh Jackman. They started adding him on Twitter, Instagram, however you could add him. They were doing it, and I'm like, Hugh Jackman was a good Wolverine, but I don't think he wants to. I don't think he wants to throw his voice into a video game. Then it made me think. Well, I mean, it would be cool to have Jackman back again. Because, I mean, after all, he was really good as,
I mean, voicing would probably be fine. He's getting kind of up there in age though, so it's gonna be harder to
yeah,
show him as
that's
a
what made me,
like voice wise, because people would recognize the voice as Wolverine. And that's the thing with
yeah,
voice
because like,
wise.
plus didn't he play Wolverine for like 17 years? Or something like that?
And it was a long time he was Wolverine. I'm trying to think. I don't think it was 7 years. It may have been
No,
7 years.
17, because like
17 years. Well, he basically started out like with the first X-Men movie. So like there was three of those, and then there
X-Men,
was
X2, United Stand,
there's like
The Last Stand,
the Origins one.
the Origin movie,
There was the one where he
Days of Futures Past,
one where he faces like the samurai,
the Wolverine.
the Wolverine. Yeah, that was that one. And it's a Days of Future Past. Logan, he was in that one.
That was the final one.
Yeah, and that was the last one, which that was supposed to basically be the last one.
Yeah. That's, what is that? A total of like, eesh. Yeah, that's 17 years right there, because X-Men was, because X-Men was 2000 and Logan was 2017. That's 17 straight years. I mean, yeah, he made Wolverine an iconic character in the cinematic version of the movies of the X-Men, but because I mean, hands down, everyone in comic books is gonna know who Wolverine is.
Yeah. Well,
but like
Wolverine, Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, like they're all names that, like Hulk, those are like the main ones that everyone knows. Everyone always knows those names.
Yeah, but like, I mean, like iconically, iconically, could you watch a movie with and I mean, without your comic book knowledge at all, and watch the movie and be able to point out one of those heroes without an iconic actor playing that character? Could you figure it out? Because like, if I were to watch the X-Men movie now without Hugh Jackman, I would struggle to find Wolverine. I would struggle. And that's a fact. I would struggle to find Wolverine without Hugh Jackman. But yeah, where Insomnia is going to be doing the game. Now, I'm actually curious because Insomnia does not really have a track record of rated M games. And when they actually did come out and say that this will be a true Wolverine experience. So I wonder where they're going to take this game. All I know is I will be watching it closely because I have to see where they take his story.
Yeah.
Because
It'll be interesting.
There's a million different routes for them to take, and
Okay.
for them to do what they did with Spider-Man, I can't wait.
Well, and that's the thing with that is it'll be interesting to see like what they actually do.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna try to pull. I'm gonna see if I can't find that.
Because I mean, I don't know. Wolverine. They've done Wolverine games in the past. I mean, it's not like they haven't. This is the first time. There's
Yeah,
actually
but you
been
have to
Wolverine
remember. But
games.
you have to
We're
remember
talking like
though, how
PlayStation
many of the
era.
Wolverine games in the past were good. Let's
There,
say that.
there was one that wasn't terrible. Now, you also have to understand that games back then were different too, because game what
Okay,
was considered
let's
to be a
say
good
here,
game.
Marvel. Let's see here, Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Well, that wasn't a Wolverine exclusive game. Now there was a Wolverine exclusive like only game. I think
Yeah,
it
the Wolverine
was
Origins, and I have the PSP version, which is trash.
no, not that one. I'm talking like even like main console. I think it may have been like on like original Xbox or PS2 even at the very least, but at
The
least original
Wolverine
Xbox.
or or you mean the Wolverine Origin game that followed the movie?
I don't know if it followed the movie as much, but I know there was a.
No, because like it felt like once the movie released, the game dropped right behind it.
I don't know if it's the same game though. That's the thing is, but I know it was a Wolverine game. I actually have it.
Yeah,
That's the funny thing is I actually have
I'm
this
just
game.
gonna Google it.
So, but is there? And basically, what they do is they try to make they nerf Wolverine by saying, "Hey, you have a virus that is basically like making it
Yeah,
where you
that
don't
follows the movie.
heal
Yeah,
kind
that
of thing,
follows the
or where you
Wolverine
take
movie.
damage or something like that." But it's not. That came up like
I'm gonna
long.
Google it. Give me a minute here.
That came out like long before the Wolverine movie with where he actually ends up losing his healing factor. So that was different. I know, it's strange. It's really weird. I don't
I'm
know.
actually going to Google it right here.
I don't know if that was if
Uh,
that was the case.
I had to type in Marvel, otherwise I'm gonna get some weird stuff. Marvel Wolverine. Oh crap! Ugh,
It was it
wrong way,
was
wrong way. No, no,
it
no.
was
Stop, stop, stop.
original Xbox. Is what it was for.
Marvel Wolverine. Oh crap!
But
Errors. Xbox. Okay,
yeah, it's cool.
that's
It's
the
down here.
Origin game I told you about. Yeah, that followed the movie. X-Men Origins the movie dropped. Wolverine, it talks about his past, how he started out as Weapon X, goes into the Striker Force, gets the Anti-Atom, all that stuff. Yeah,
No,
that's the game.
it's a different one though that I have. And I'll have to look it up.
Because I got Marvel original
Hold on.
Xbox. This is X-Men Origins Wolverine Uncaged. Hang on, here's a list.
Hold on. I'm tethered to the computer, so I'm like I want to go check my binder because I actually have the game. I'm trying to think of like what it actually is.
I got something here that says Wolverine Revenge.
Oh, where's the game? I know I have it too. Xbox. So many games too.
Wolverine XT Wolverine's Revenge. Is that what it is?
What's that? I don't. It's an interesting game. Like it really.
Because
I don't know if I call it
if
a
you're
good
talking about
game.
if you're talking about Wolverine's Revenge, that was more of like a Mortal Kombat fighting game and stuff.
That wasn't it. I know that.
I have no idea then, because there was not that many Wolverine games dedicated to Wolverine alone.
It is Wolverine's Revenge, but it's not a fighting game. It's not like a Mortal Kombat fighting game. That's the one I have is Wolverine's Revenge, and that's the one where he basically they nerf his healing factor by saying he has like a virus or something like that. That is the one I have actually. In fact, pull it out. And I'll do a close up and I'll show everyone here. That's the one I have. That is the one. So
I'll take a
do
look at it
close-up,
later.
So, but let's see if I can get it here. Bam! Wolverine's Revenge. There it is, by Activision. Which I don't know if I call it a good one, but that's a Wolverine focused game. I'll leave it there for now. Put it back in the thing later. Put it back in my disc game holder, my game disc holder that I have later. But yeah, that's the one. That's basically the game I was talking about. But I said it is a Wolverine exclusive game.
About sending you the I'm actually going to send you the Wolverine announcement trailer.
Yeah, send it to me on Discord. I'll definitely check it out.
That's what I'm doing right now. I mean, you're not going to exist. Don't expect much.
I mean, I'm not really expecting much, so I need a bunch more stone.
But it was
stone up there.
But just like the fact, like we have, just like the fact we're actually getting another war. And now the bait all, they actually are going to have the cowboy style. From the trailer alone, they have the cowboy style of Wolverine where he has like the red flannel and stuff and the cowboy hat on him.
Oh, they
have that
basically
style on it.
It's casual Wolverine. That's all it is. He like even in the comics, he'll like wear flannel.
Oh, so that's just casual.
I mean, it's a Canadian stereotype, I guess, is you have to wear flannel or something. I don't know. It's goofy, but
I love the movie. I love that movie line when the striker comes to him and he goes, "Your country needs you," and next thing you know, I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Did you know you probably noticed already, but you know that your map could actually be equipped where your shield's normally equipped?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I have it right now. So that way, like, it's always in front of you. Like, it's like right in the area your shield would normally be. You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, wait, hold on. Where you at? I see you. I'm coming to you.
I'm right in front of my
I want to show you this. This is kind of funny. So.
Show me. Oh yeah, I see. Oh, that's interesting. Why don't you show me like how you equip it in the streams? That way I can actually try it next time.
Just hit the triangle button on the map, and it like just go in your inventory and.
Oh crap! I gotta go repair my armor real quick.
Like hit the button to like.
Pull up the inventory.
Yeah, for like quick move, and it'll just like. Just put it right where your map is, or just pick it up and put it like where your shield normally goes, and you can put it there. That's hilarious, actually. I'm going to do this more often now. Especially if I need to find my way somewhere. I'll be like, all right, I got my map here. That way I can still like do stuff and hold the map.
I'm going to give you some extra stone that I've smelted down.
Okay, I've got some in the furnace too to smelt. So.
But I've also got some more cobblestone. I'm going to go ahead and I got 2 64s. I'm going to throw in the stone in there as well. Oh, there's a third.
So I'm curious here. I have a curious question for you. Do you think any other fairly big streamers are going to leave Twitch when their contracts go up?
Dude, I can't believe you just asked me that.
I'm curious your opinion.
Here's how Twitch works.
I'm just curious your opinion. I have no idea because I know like Tim the Tatman has already left and gone to YouTube,
and yet nobody cares. Here's a second one.
There's some people who do care. He's a fairly big name. He's probably of the people who left. He's actually
name me some more, and I'll tell you if I care or not, if they left or not. I'll be honest with you.
And it's fair that you don't care. I mean, that's completely entirely fair. I'm just saying.
You know me. Like, I don't really follow. I don't follow the people that.
For example, like Tim the Tatman. What happened was, it basically.
Hate raids.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't, and I wasn't. I don't know if that was the reason or not, but basically, like when he did that, and he went to YouTube, he basically had like this huge, massive initial like following and viewership of his first stream on YouTube. Like it was pretty huge. Like the amount of people who actually
because his YouTube people didn't want to come over to Twitch.
Well, I don't know if it was so much that, but. There's also a lot more that goes on between like Twitch and YouTube as well. Like, and other things people would complain about. Like, you had the hate raids. You also have like the whole DMCA thing where YouTube's already been through that, and they already have a system in place.
Okay,
In fact,
YouTube is not built for streaming. I'm just gonna flat out tell you right now that is not. Because here's how
he
I know
he
this. Let me tell you
says
why.
as we're streaming onto YouTube's not, YouTube is actually built for streaming. Surprisingly enough,
No, it's not.
now
Let me tell you why. Big Fry was on YouTube streaming for a week, and literally when they was doing the Apple event, he wanted to watch it live right with his community. He got taken down twice that same day. One for a 30-second Netflix ad he had to deal with, and then he got taken down for that. And then he tried to watch the Apple event, which was doing live right there on YouTube as well, and he got taken down instantly.
he was
YouTube
trying
was
to.
not built for streaming because he could not. He wanted to watch that live event because he wanted to watch the iPhones.
Wait, was he streaming the live event?
Yes, he was. Everyone was.
That has nothing to do with it being built for streaming because Twitch will do the same thing. Twitch can
Twitch
potentially do the same
Twitch
thing
has
for
more
you to do that.
room. Twitch has more room. It says we don't care.
It doesn't
It's
have.
as long as you follow the guidelines.
It's not so much they don't care, but the problem is they tried doing that with music, and then they had record companies coming in and saying, "Hey, DMCA, we don't like what you're doing here," and that caused a
That's
whole
because
bunch of
everyone
trouble.
loves to use DMCA. Well, that's because everyone loves to use the DMCA as a hammer and not what it's really meant for.
Well, it's basically to keep people from profiting and using like their material without permission, which essentially is I mean, even video games to technically be DMCA takedown, but no video game company is going to follow through with this is because they don't want to upset the the player base, which is a lot of these people who are streaming or watching streams, or watching YouTube videos on these games. So they're not going to do anything about that. I can guarantee you
Which
that.
they actually could, but they're just too
Oh,
lazy
they
to do it.
not lazy. It's more they're not.
Show me
They don't
one
want
time they'll
to.
put some initiative into fixing their platform.
They don't want to essentially rock that boat. That's not a boat they want to rock because that's not a hornet's nest they want to
You
poke.
meant to
Basically,
physically tell me that if you were given all this money to build a streaming platform, you don't tell me you wouldn't reach out to all these mainstream artists and say, "Hey, I got people that want to use your music. How much money will it cost me to get your approval to watermark and say you're fine with that? How much is it gonna cost?" You're not telling me you would not try to do that.
that's and it's actually more
If
of
you're
the
telling me that you wouldn't do that, you're shooting yourself in the.
Here's the thing: is YouTube doesn't do that, nor does Twitch. It's the other way around. It's actually the people who own the rights to these things who reach out and make these claims. So like YouTube,
I know.
now YouTube actually has a system in place to actually catch these things. So and it has like an automated system. In fact, even when you upload videos, after it's fully processed for the standard definition version of the video, it will actually check your video to make sure to see if you have any possible like copyright violations or like copyright infringements, and it will let you know. So it actually has an automated system set up to check that based on based on what they know with these other people. But initially YouTube didn't do that, and then people were like reaching out being like, "Oh, this is but YouTube put a system in place to actually make this a possibility. But it's because YouTube's already been through this. YouTube is like, hey, we've been there, we've done that, we know how it goes, we know how to, dance around this.
It also gets used through more DMCA's than any most streaming services out there. So of course they're eventually gonna be like, oh, okay, we're getting tired of this crap. We're gonna at least put something in.
Well, they put it in. They put it in to benefit people. Anyway. Because people would have like their videos like tagged with a copyright strike, so they put that in place to kind of pre-warn people, because otherwise people like upload something, be like, oh, this is copyrighted material you're trying to do stuff with. You need to stop what you're doing.
I know what you're talking about, because it's not my favorite creator, but I support the guy because he's trying to make a really awesome FPS type game right now. And he's kind of under fire from BGS. If you don't know who they are, do not worry about it, because they are the stupidest gaming company I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's probably some small gaming company, basically.
No, they're huge.
Oh, I mean, some.
Do you know the game Escape from Tarkov?
I've heard of it.
Okay, so it's the team behind them.
Oh, behind them.
They're literally crying DMCA on him because there's a mod on Escape from Tarkov, and no, I'm not joking. I'm not made up. This is a literal mod that makes their game a little easier because Escape from Tarkov is like a hardcore shooter. Looting is like a loot and grab. It's stuff like that. It is like one. It's like it goes like into depth of like how hardcore this game is.
Yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing. Um, if you show any kind of like thing of like their product, they're gonna they instantly DMCA you for violations, and you couldn't break a single violation to them, and they will claim and yeah they will run a mug with you and try to like this person show. If you want to look if you want to look this information up, look up Big Fry sit off on Escape from Tarkov Erotic. He is now a famous person on this company because they copyright struck him 43 videos.
You know, that's
Uh,
kind of dumb of them to do because they're.
and he also had copyright strikes at a high amount too.
Yeah,
They
but
tried
it's
his channel,
still pretty dumb of them to do though because.
guess why? Like the wildest guess in the world of why Battlestate Games tried to destroy Erotic's YouTube channel.
Why is
Take
that?
the stupidest guess right, and I promise you, you will miss the mark.
Just tell me why.
Showed
I'm not gonna
7
guess.
seconds of an intro. He showed 7 seconds
Of the intro.
of just like a quick intro to Escape from Tarkov.
So here's
a video.
Here's a funny thing: is a lot of games will actually, because if you ever like are playing your PlayStation and then it'll suddenly say like recording is like paused because you've entered like a scene.
I see that all the time. Actually.
That's basically what the whole issue is. They're like, oh, we don't want this, being streamed or recorded kind of thing, but you can still do it with a capture card, no problem. That makes no difference. So you just get around that with a capture card. And that's all that really is. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. They would do that for showing the intro, and that's just
Yeah.
I get that they can get away with it. It's.
Oh, they didn't get away with it. They paid for it big time.
I mean,
they almost got sued to the ground by every major company in the world because like someone actually played into the game. Actually started looking closely at the weapon model and they started noticing like Glock and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And next thing you know, they started searching up like who they have watermarks with and almost every gun company that they have in that game. They didn't have an approval from the gun companies themselves.
Feature their guns, yeah.
And so the person literally reached out to them. Even on this, and this is not a joke, they added them onto Twitter. And then those companies actually started investigating.
I'm not surprised.
And they all actually came together and made one massive lawsuit and could have destroyed Escape from Tarkov in just like a little stump on a bug. It would have destroyed it in 10 seconds. Because they never reached out and got the proper permissions.
And that's the thing is people assume you can just do that when it's like, no, you have to basically get permission to do that.
Well, thing is, the company's in Russia.
It makes no difference.
But
if you're going to distribute something that's going to go like to like say like for Russia, like if it's American gun companies and they're doing it in Russia,
you need to let me finish this up.
It depends on like copyright law in that country. But as far as in America, there's no way they could distribute it in America, basically, if that's the case.
You need to let me finish this so it makes
so
you can understand.
Go ahead. I'm just explaining like
they're based
out
in Russia, but the company's base is located in UK.
Oh no.
Yeah. You didn't let me finish before you went on that little tirade.
Well, it still matters though, because it also matters. Like
it does matter because they cannot decide which laws works on like refunds and the whole DMCA stuff. Is it the UK
Welcome,
or is
Foxy
it Russia?
Dude. How you doing? Keep going, Quinn. I'm welcoming someone who came into the stream. Cody, you there?
Yeah.
You can keep
Yeah.
talking. I was saying hello to someone who came into the stream, so you can keep going. Keep talking. How we're doing?
Yeah. Yeah. So like they like. So basically, like every time this works, it's like whose DMCA laws do we use? Do we use Russian laws or do we use the UK laws? Because the company out the like where it all starts is in Russia, but their company is not a joke. Is actually located somewhere in the UK.
So they started in Russia, but now it's located in the UK.
The company and all that was the idea of it all starts is in Russia. But like the company where like the game is being with the company and everything like that is all based out of the UK.
What you're talking like the distribution company, like two different companies
Yeah,
involved?
it's literally
Okay,
all
so
right out of the
distribution
UK.
company.
But, like everything else is in Russia.
You'd really kind of go by both, I think. Like you'd kind of have to go by both.
I
Like
have no idea.
because but
I
it
can
depends on
understand
who
that
it's
stuff.
against. So in that case, with that game, with the main company being in Russia, but the distribution company being in the UK, it would be two separate suits. One would have to be against the distribution company in the UK, which would follow the UK laws, and the other one would be against the game company that actually made the game. I need to make bricks. What the hell am I doing?
They've made the game. They just what it is. It's like see the way Battlestate games works is that they okay like normal
Make
logic.
some
You
more
make a game company.
bricks.
Where you want if you make a game company, where do you want your company based out of?
Where
That's
do
the
you
simplest
think you
question
want
in the
it
world.
What do you think you want it based out of? Because they're based
I'm
out
not.
all kinds of
I'm not
places.
answering. I watched you. You're the game company. You're a new game company. Where you want your what country are you basing out of? Where's your store gonna be located? Where everything's gonna be placed, made, distributed. Where's it gonna be made at? Where's it all at?
Generally, it's going to be wherever I happen to be located, unless I'm going through a
Okay,
company
fine. So okay, we're
that's
gonna say you're in America.
actually
Okay,
distributing
so
it.
now, so Escape from Tarkov, like the whole game, its premise, it's like it takes place in Russia. Okay, so the guys in the
Oop,
one to make the game were out of Russia.
making it.
But now we're going to distribute our game, and we're going to do better, and in a way, I understand why they had to base their distributor company out of the UK, simply due to the fact like no one really wants to play on a Russian server due to it. We're always hackings and stuff happen all the time in Russia and stuff.
Now,
So like I
do
can
they own the
understand that.
distribution company? Like it's still their company, but
Yeah,
it's okay.
yeah, it's their own company.
But it's has it under a separate name.
No, it's Battlestate Games.
It's under the same name, but it's like okay.
Oh, Escape from Tarkov.
I mean like the company though. It's the same company name.
Yeah, it's the same company.
Okay. So that does make things a little more complicated. If it's the same company, just distributing it from
Yeah,
here.
you see what I mean?
But in your
Like you can't
case,
use simple logic to distribute. You have to literally like listen to everything that comes
it's
up before you're able to open your mind to like
it's
how does this work?
it's likely if it was up to me, like my opinion, I think it'd be more Russian since the company is based in Russia. I don't know, like that because that's like where your company's main location is, even though you distribute it from the UK because and have like the servers operating in the UK, your company is still has its main location listed as in Russia. So it's yeah, I think it would be Russian law more likely, but again,
Yeah,
I'm not a legal expert on this, so that's just my thoughts.
yeah, I know what you mean. Trust me. Like I
So
mean, I've sat through countless Big Fred videos of this stuff. I've sit through Sid Alphas, and like he's usually my go-to guy for like when I want to learn about international laws and stuff like that. He's my go-to guy,
yeah,
and
but now as far
and yeah, like I still can't figure this stuff out.
as far as all that copyright stuff goes, though, it's like I said, YouTube has it pretty well figured out, and
YouTube
so
don't think
like you might get.
someone could,
But the biggest drawback to streaming on YouTube isn't so much that because YouTube basically knows that Twitch allows people to get away with that until a DMCA gets thrown out and then it gets like strikes and potential ban. That's the problem with Twitch is like they don't really have a system to kind of warn you about that or to let you know, hey, this is probably a bad idea. It goes right to just uh like strike and then like 3 strikes you're banned kind of thing. Whereas YouTube has a better system in place for that. But as far as live streaming, YouTube is more. It's more seen as a video platform right now as opposed to a stream platform.
Okay.
Plus, it doesn't have the same level of interactivity as
Yeah.
Twitch does.
All right, go on.
So like Twitch, you have like okay, you can do like the cheers, the emotes and all that. Twitch has stuff. They actually do have like once you hit like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, you can have like I guess it's what do they call it? It's kind of like a subscription on Twitch, but it has a
Why don't you go ahead and
different
leave the
name to it.
world? That way we can go ahead and start setting this up to a more private world. Something's telling me we're going to need to do that because I didn't realize how late it was. It's already 9:54, and I
Yeah, I'll
want to
save
get
it.
ahead.
Oh, hold on. Oh my god, that's funny.
What is it?
The whole time it's been like stuck. Hold on.
Going ahead. I'm
No,
at a new village right now.
it was actually frozen. That's funny.
Oh.
The capture card froze. How'd it
Oh.
freeze? That's hilarious. Oh well. I'll figure it out later. But it's okay. Anyway. I've at least left the world, so you can set that up to private, and we can do that for next time.
Yeah. Uh, as soon as I see you leave the game, I'll head out. I'll leave the game too.
That's fine.
I'm just waiting you get done.
Save and quit real quick. I'm
Okay.
gonna figure out what happened here. So, over here. Boop. Activate. Well, there we go. Now it's fine. Crazy. Oh well.
Um.
Oh. So it
Okay.
has you listed on well, it has like joinable friends on PlayStation Network, joinable across platform friends. It has you listed like twice. So
Okay.
I'm
So
not.
what do I
It's
need to
kind of
do? Oh, okay.
hilarious.
I'm in my settings.
Okay, so settings you have to go to as far as like who can actually join you. Let me go into this here. So if I go play or settings, disability. I think you have to go into like the world settings, which I think.
Okay.
I think you have to actually go into the world and do the settings here. So let me see
Oh,
this.
okay. I'm at the world editing. Okay.
So let me see here. Game
Multiplayer.
settings. So player permission when joining from invite.
So what do I need to set? Uh, PlayStation Network. Do I need to set that to invite only?
Yeah, I would set that to invite only.
Okay. Microsoft account settings. Invite only. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically want to make sure you set it to where it's only for invite.
Okay.
That way no one can
I
join
want to
and
make sure that it's okay. I want to make sure it's all okay. It's PlayStation Network and Microsoft. Okay, it says it's all invites.
okay, so you're good there.
Yeah.
Global resources storage. No, where it is. Basically, when you go to a world, you just want to make sure it's invite only.
Yeah.
People can't just join your world; they have to be invited to it. And that's the biggest thing. Next time we do this, to make sure it's invite only. It's kind of embarrassing. My capture card froze, and it was like on the same screen. I'm like, what the heck?
Really?
I'd have to make sure I unplug it and. All right. see.
Yeah. Hopefully next time we won't have as big problems.
Nah, it should be fine next time, hopefully. Problem is I had to like change my password on my Microsoft account, and then I didn't like actually put what was it? Yeah, multiplayer. Invite only. It might invite only too. There we go. On that world as well. So you don't mind if someone asks to join if it's like just me playing, but when it's like a game together, and and also like if they don't ask, it's just rude, unfortunately. I don't want to have to be mean like that, but sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to be mean. But anyway, um, yeah, appreciate everyone for popping in, watching the stream. Yeah, I think you might see. I watch YouTube as far as live streaming because they're actually starting to implement more stuff as far as live streaming and making it more live stream. The problem is just like viewing it as a live streaming platform.
Oh, what the heck is this?
But what?
It's kind of game says Twitch has struck a deal with the National Music Publishers, and oh, that's a mouthful. After months of anonymously between the music industry and Amazon streaming giant, oh, I cannot wait to read this giant bottle of bull.
Was that,
The music.
you said
Okay, so it's a load of nonsense.
You said Twitch and them.
I'm sending you the tweet right now.
But it's about Twitch though.
Yeah, I'm sending you the right now.
All it is it probably the email I got too, because I got the email on this, and basically all it is that it's saying that Twitch is basically going to
what I just know is this company's gonna give them better tools.
Give them tools, and also kind of make more of like a warning system as opposed to just DMCA strike and boom, you're suddenly no longer allowed to stream on Twitch. So that's all it is basically, and that's all it's about. So nothing to really worry about. It's just basically that whole DMCA issue that Twitch has had. What was funny is when Twitch tried to come up with a solution for it, and the funny thing is like Twitch's solution ended up being the same as bad as the problem because they didn't have any permission to have it in the music they had in their solution. But you had other things like Pretzel Rocks and Stream Beats that had actually came up with solutions for people, and Twitch failed at coming up with a solution for people. So that's how we got where we were at today. So all it is basically Twitch finally trying to come up with some kind of a better solution for that whole DMCA strike. That's all it is, quite simply. That's the best way to describe it. Which it's about time, because I mean, honestly, they need to come up with a system. But now here's the thing: is that whole DMCA thing is not anything new, but it's just something that it comes up. Everyone tries to play music on Twitch, so like after a while, it's like okay, it kind of goes down, and people start trying to play music again.
However, there is loophole to it.
What's the loophole? I'm curious.
Like some music is actually DMCA free. Like one of my friends at California, he actually reaches out to a wide variety of like mainstream artists,
there's some music.
And he's a smaller stream, and he asks like, "Is it okay if I use your mix?" And they always prove to him like, "Yeah, go for it."
You have to be careful in that though, because when you have artists like that,
he makes sure he has the proof and everything.
Yeah, but if they ever get signed to a company, then they are going to like the company will own their music, and even if like they initially give you permission to use that music, even with that permission, you could still get a DMCA strike or DMCA thing if they ever get signed to a label and that's part that music they said you could use as part of that. So you still have to be careful with that. So it's good that he does that, but I'd still say very, very caution. Be careful on that because yeah, it's still kind of iffy. Still kind of like, I don't know, not too sure about this, but yeah, it's good. But as I said, it's good that he does that because that's gonna help protect him and make sure he can use that. But yeah,
Oh yeah, he always makes sure of that.
oh yeah, yeah, definitely make sure of that because that's gonna be it's gonna be a rough time if you don't do that. But either case, it's a tricky situation because here's the thing: is in any kind of music situation, whether it be like a it's like maybe a church that's playing worship songs, or a place wants to perform music or just play music from an artist in their on their like in-store satellite network or whatever satellite radio network kind of thing, or like anytime you want to use someone's songs in any capacity in any kind of setting when there's copyright involved is all kinds of trickiness involved with that. It's all because people want their money. They want to be credited and they want to make that money on the songs they wrote, the songs they sung, the songs they perform. Everyone wants their piece of the pie. That's all it is. I can't blame him though, because honestly, if I make something like that, I'd be like, yeah, I want to be paid for it. I want some residual income off the stuff I create. I mean, I'm sure you'd want it too, wouldn't you?
Me personally, I wouldn't necessarily care if I got the money. I want to make sure I protect my interest in the artist. I want to make sure I protect my stance of the content creators and stuff. So I don't care one bit to take a loss if it means protecting my company and everything else. I
Yeah,
don't care one bit to take a loss of my personal stuff as long as it means protecting my company, protecting my creators, and every that little watermark of the right I've paid money for. See, I'm different than what most people would ever assume. I don't care one bit to take a loss. I've taken plenty of L's in my time, and I will take plenty more.
yeah. Well, it's something that you have to kind of weigh the cost and benefit of the whole thing because like say if you create something and you're fine with people using it for whatever they do, like streaming or doing anything like that. If you're fine with that, that's cool. That's entirely up to you. Um, I mean, I said I'm not going to fault someone who doesn't want their stuff used. Honestly, like if they want to, make sure they make money or get the proper credit off of their stuff. I mean, they made it. They're more than welcome to. It's within their rights to do so. But it's like if someone's willing to let others use their stuff and no issue whatsoever, then hey, fantastic. I'm all for that. I'm down with that. Why not? But either way, I'm going to end the stream though because it's about 10. We're going to probably be wrapping up here pretty quickly. I appreciate everyone for watching, whether it be during the stream or after the stream. And if you watch after the stream, you notice the part where the video got frozen. Apparently, I just kept going and kept talking and playing, and you didn't see a thing. So that's hilarious. But anyway, appreciate you on watching. Take care, everyone. Have a good one. Stay awesome. Until next time, we will see you then.